Hello, my name's Dave. Welcome back to the channel. And today is a rain day on the farm, so we won't be doing much digging today with the mini digger. But it does give me a chance to do a bit of a road trip. I have to go down and get some service items and some filters for the mini digger. So I'm going to head down to UHI Machinery in Sydney, and they're the people that I bought this particular mini digger from about 6 months ago. I contacted the manager Alex down there and said could we bring the video camera down and have a bit of a chat, and he was agreeable to do that. So we're going to hit the road, go down and see UHI and see what other items they've got on the showroom floor. All right, g'day Alex, how are you?
G'day mate, how you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Welcome to UHI Machinery.
Let
me introduce you to our new model of the UME12. The UME12 has just been released in 2022. The new model, which is it gives you the expendable tracks with the Kubota engine, which is the tracks they go in to 990 and they expand out to into 800 and out to 900.
So the one that I've got, so it's about 6 months old. That's, if you like, the model a bit before this one.
That's the model before that.
So that's got the Yanmar engine?
Yeah, it's got the Yanmar engine, the fixed tracks,
yeah.
Which is the new model. We use them mainly for landscapers and people, they do need them in tight areas where they got to go into 800,
yeah.
This is the ideal with the swing boom. It gets you to actually move better in tight areas.
Yeah. And
also it gives you the new log grab thumb, which is, it makes it much more easier.
That's this bit here.
That's this bit in here. It makes it much easier for farmers if they actually picking up some logs. They don't have to go through the exercise of changing the whole arm.
Yeah.
Which is, it makes it much more easier.
Yeah. And I'm just looking at a couple of the subtle differences. So I guess what they're doing every time they bring out this model, they evolve them and a little bit bigger. So this is a little bit different from mine. So this has got an extendable.
It's got the extendable, which is the extendable. They go on the side in here when you're actually expanding your tracks.
Oh, okay,
and then when you're actually going into a tight area, you take them out so they could go into 800 gaps.
Okay, yeah, cool.
That's basically what you get in there.
And there's a few extra guards and stuff I see on the cylinder here.
Which is the new extra guard. This is basically to protect the actual hydraulic in here if you drop the rock or something like that on them.
That's good.
That's basically, it gives it that a bit of a protection in there. And what we're trying to actually do, we make the actual tank on the side in here to the previous model where they used to be down the bottom.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's more important for clients when they put in fuel.
Yeah.
And the new model, which is, it gives it more foot space as a design to keep it actually more in compact.
Yeah.
And you got the actual roof, it can be removed if you need to take it underground. Or what do you have to do? You're going to lose these 2 screws in here.
Yeah.
Undo these 4 screws in the back and you could remove the whole roof.
Yeah.
Once you remove the whole roof, you set it down, that will give you the actual guide to your head level.
Okay. Yep.
Which is, that makes the UME12 very, very versatile for the small business, plumbers, landscapers, NBN, electricians, for trenches, for stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's more popular for our local farmers because the local farmers, they use it as another help.
Yeah.
The 1.5 model, which is, it's basically same as the actual the UME12, but what it gives it a 2150 reach, which is, it gives it the straight boom with the fixed tracks. This is the ideal machine for farmers to use because that gives you the power of equivalent to the 1.7 at a very, very budget price. This is the best machine that farmers can get, which is, it gives you a lot more space if you're a big bloke, which is, you got a lot of space in there. And to maintain this type of machine, which is, it's very easy to open the door in here, you get access to the motor, and in the back in here, which is one big door. Once you take the door out, you just get milk crate, everything with hand reach and eye level to all your services, and that gives you the actual Kubota D702.
Can I ask, with the question now, a lot of these are coming with the Kubota engines and they had Yanmars before. Is there a reason for that change particularly?
No, there's no
just
reason.
whatever they can get?
Because there's no reason for the change. Yanmar and Kubota engine is one of the best two engines you could buy.
Yeah.
And sometimes in the factories they do have shortage on engine.
Yeah.
So we do actually swap between the two.
Yeah.
But if you open the two engine, they're exactly the same if you take the badges off.
Yeah. Now, and this one, because the 1.5, it doesn't have the swing boom on
No,
it. Is that a cost saving thing?
That's
is it, or
not
is it
more of a cost saving. This is more of people using for the rock hammer.
Oh, right, okay.
So if you use a rock hammer on the machine, the weakest point you got is your swing boom.
Okay.
Okay, when you're using a rock hammer on these, you're not damaging too much on the swing boom.
Yeah.
So it makes it more verticalized in using it for longer term without having issues.
Yep.
And this is what basically makes it more a stronger machine.
Yeah.
It gives you the 18 MPa in comparison to the 1.2 with the 16 MPa with the pressure on them.
Yeah, and I know, so the controls here are basically the same control section here as the 1.2.
As the 1.2 and the 1 ton. The actual control section is always in the front in here, all the sizes up to the 1.5.
Yeah.
Once you go up to the 1.8 or the 2 ton, you start to get your controls on the side.
Yeah.
Which is, will take you to the actual new model that we do have.
Yeah.
And that's been built by international brands, which is they do manufacture 4 international brands in the same factory, which is that's the 1.9 that we do have, and we'll take you to that. This is the actual ideal machine for our builders.
And the smaller one, like the 1 ton machine, I don't see one of those here. Have you
No,
sold
these
all
ones
those?
they've been sold out. They haven't actually been able to land on the floor. They've been selling before they turn up.
Right, okay.
And that's why you'll see the showroom it's a bit empty, because stock availability has been very, very limited, because they've been very popular and people are just buying them. Purely the reason what we normally do, we use everything international brands on all our machinery. What it actually comes from China is the metal.
Yeah.
Because basically all our housing we use Continental.
Yeah.
You got the Zenita and you got the Eaton hydraulic pumps on majority of our machines, which is all that is an international brand.
Yeah.
What you actually get it made in China is the metal, the handle, which is to keep the price effective, to make sure that we pass it on to the next person at a price
I sort
effective.
of noticed when you look at a lot of different machines, you know, they look very similar externally to what they are. So when you as a company bring these in, you can specify to the factory changes you want to make and upgrades that you want to make. And
sure, yes, which is we do have a lot of input in the factory, and the reason we made the 1.2 ton, the 1 ton and the 1.5 ton in that shape, that actually friendly user, which is if you wanted to actually maintain the machine yourself at your property, you don't have to dismantle too much panels to do your service. See, this is it's more user friendly for our local farmers. The reason being they don't have time to run around and do panels and stuff like that, which is all what they want to do, open the bonnet and just get into it and do the service.
That's great.
If they need to diagnose, they could see everything on the floor in there. And then the other thing on this side in here, which is your battery, everything it's on the floor. Once you take the battery out, all your hydraulic line is under here. For any oil leak or anything down the track, it takes you no time to diagnose the problem and actually fix it, and it takes no time. This is more important for the 1.5. It's time effective to actually maintain, and you could maintain yourself. You do not need a mechanic to do it. If you're a bit of mechanical knowledgeable with machines, you could do it yourself, which is what we normally do. We give you the full phone support when you're doing the services. We'll make sure that you know what you're doing. We'll tell you which filters to change. We'll tell you how to change the filters, and once you do that, you've got a great machine to run for years.
Is there, like with all these machines, is there one that sells more than the others? Like,
yes, we've got the most popular model is the 1.2 for the price effective. And the 1.2, this particular model, everyone would love them. Everyone actually gets them. What you see in here, that's all being pre-sold. Okay, we're just waiting for it to be picked up. Next shipment is coming in, which is it'll be here next week. and that will have a lot more stock coming in,
Yeah.
which is, mate, it's the opportunity to buy before end of financial year.
I think I was lucky. I think I rang up on a Thursday and he said, yeah, we've got
We got one.
We've got one.
That's right.
That's
That's
not a
right.
sign. So, yeah.
Sometimes you might get one available out of the batch that hasn't been sold.
Yeah.
And mate, I'll ring up the people that I promised to give them a call.
Yeah.
And we'll make sure everyone will get one.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the 1.2.
That's the 1.2.
1.5. Let's
That's
go
the
into the next one
And
up.
This is the actual real deal. This is the 1.9 dead weight. It is the XU20. The XU20 is made by international manufacturers. It carries the Kubota engine, Kubota D902, that's the Tyre 5 in the ammunition control. These ones, that gives you the expandable tracks and the swing boom. The tracks, they expand out to 1145 and they go in to 990. As you can see, the blades on the side. The blade, they come off, and then you could expand them. And then you expand them out.
Yeah.
That's how you expand the tracks to
Yeah.
1145. And
Yeah.
when you go into a small gap, you normally sort of take these ones off inside,
Yeah.
so it could go into a tight gap.
Yeah.
This is the most important thing about this machine. It gives you about 57.9 litres float per minute, where you could run any majority of the attachments through the hydraulic on the front. It gives you the pushback spring quick release. It gives you the 450 with the 300. It gives you the 900 and the Ripper as a standard attachments.
Yeah.
It gives you the Rexworth pump with the Eaton drive motor. It gives you the 4 years warranty, 4,000 hours. Phobes and ropes all around. This is the same if you're taking it to Rio Tinto site and you need to do a planet assessment. The only thing they'll ask you for is just a fire distinguisher. This is Australian approved machine. It could go onto any ONH sites.
So this also, when you get up to this level, you get more onto the joystick control.
get
So you've
more-
moved away from
yeah.
this centre.
Moved
control
away
thing.
from the centre to give you a bit more space.
Is there any? I've noticed some people when they're buying stuff themselves from China and stuff, and this is probably for overseas viewers that watch this. A couple of guys have specified that they want this type of joystick control on the smaller diggers. Is that something that you think in the next couple of years might happen?
This is actually, it will happen by end of the year.
Yeah.
We're actually working on controls on the side for the 1.2
Yeah.
and for the 1.5.
Yeah.
Because we do get a lot of customers asking for the control that actually has been made.
Yeah.
And they actually getting tested at the moment.
Yeah,
By
yeah.
end of the year, we should have them coming in with the side controls.
Yeah.
We should have on the smaller one, the safety switches are coming in as well.
Yeah,
This machine, it has got the full beacon, it's got the sensors on the seats, and you could have the drive by hand or by foot.
Yeah.
It gives you the swing boom in here with the actual drill and the auger rock breaker on the other pedal.
Yeah.
Down on this side in here, it shows you the engine. This is your actual Kubota with a very easy access as well. And all what you have to do, you could flip these two, that opens up, you could have a much better access to the actual engine.
So really, everything you need to get there, like your filters and your fuel and stuff, is all there. isn't it?
Hydraulic, the
box.
air filter,
Yeah, yep.
and then this is your fuel line.
Yeah.
Just in there, and you have your actual water coolant,
Yeah.
which is there. You got the e-stop in the back for any emergency,
Yeah.
and all your documents you could load them in the back in here for all your drafts and stuff like that whenever you're doing your work.
Yeah.
And
It's a
then
beautiful machine, isn't it?
So it's just a great machine. And
Yeah.
what they got in here, which is all computerized on the actual side, which is the way they computerized, you could see all your actual fuel level, you could see your pressure, you could see everything, and it shows you the actual hours. This is your actual revving, and this is your actual turtle and rabbit's drive,
Yeah.
which is you got the two different speed in them.
Yeah.
This is basically what it gives you in the XU20. The XU20, it's manufactured by XCMG, specified for us and for our customers.
Yeah.
We do have them available, and the shipment has just arrived. And as you can see, the showroom is full of the XU20s. They are ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got a few there. That's great. So that's the 1.9.
That's the 1.9, which is operated at 2-ton operating weight.
Yeah.
The reason, which is the dead weight, is 1.9 plus the operator. Call yourself a 2-ton because
2-ton
nothing
machine.
is exactly
Okay.
at a 2-ton.
So going up from there, we go to this. This one
Going
here.
up from there, you go up to the UME 28. The UME 28 is just a brand new release. We just actually start to bring them in.
Yeah.
They do run a Yanmar engine, which is they do run with a full cabin. It gives you a wider 1145. The actual blade, it's a fixed blade with the actual fixed boom.
Yeah.
With the swing boom. It gives you all the lines running on the back to prevent from any of damages on the actual walls.
Yep.
It's got the actual protection down there on the actual rams, so if you drop anything, it doesn't hurt the machine.
Yep.
You got the full hydraulic quick hitch, so it's all operated from inside the cabin. The only thing you need to pull from the outside is your actual safety pin.
Yeah,
pull the
that's right.
safety pin, and then everything operated from inside the cabin.
So on the smaller machines, you've still got to manually, even with the quick hitch, you've got to take the pin out,
Yeah.
wind the adjuster out, manually put the bucket on,
That's right.
wind the adjuster up, put the pin back in. So
With
that,
this one, it's just only all from the
hydraulic,
inside.
yeah.
All
Yeah.
hydraulic from the inside.
Yeah.
It has got the two sides, which is because they got no air conditioning.
Yeah.
We designed them to have a pretty good breeze to come through. The door opens and stays open. The windows in there opens and stay open, and the glass in here you could open and keep it open, and you push it into the actual roof.
Yeah, bit like a skid steer, isn't it? That,
Very
yeah.
similar to
Yeah.
the skid steer to give you that better breeze.
Yeah.
Then you got the handles in here for the older blokes that they can't get
Yeah.
up, so they could sort of, it's easier for them with the two handles on the side.
That's
It has got-
me. I'm one of the older blokes.
And then which is, you got all your controls in here on the side control.
Yeah.
Basically, it gives you a great room of space in it and very easy to maintain, as well as you can see through the back. This is your actual fuel tank.
Oh, so it's on the.
It's just on the
wings
back.
out. Okay, plastic.
Plastic fuel tank,
yeah.
which is doesn't get too much corrosion on it.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
And this is your actual Yanmar engine.
Yep.
Then again, it's very, very easy and simple to get in and to do all your services.
Yep.
All the sides panel on services and maintenance, they could come off by actually undoing 3 screws. You pull the panel out. It makes it much more easier
Yep.
to access all your mechanical stuff.
Yep.
These models, they've been very, very popular. I have not been able to hold any of them in stock because everything is being coming, it has been pre-sold. Because we do have them at the 2.8 with the 8 attachments for $37,990.
Yeah.
What a great price.
Yeah, actually, talking about the attachments. So when I purchased mine, I think there were 9 attachments or something in the package.
That's right.
Just as a comparison, again, a lot of the viewers are buying things from Alibaba and importing them
Yep.
themselves. And then they may find out that when the thing turns up on the dock, they've got to pay import duty fees, they've got to pay VAT or GST,
That's right.
and it comes with one attachment,
That's right.
which is on the digger. So then if they go out and buy other attachments, and it'd be interesting to work out a cost comparison with finding a dealer who you could just buy the whole package from, rather than consistently going to find different sort of implements for the machine. So, yeah,
We do actually carry majority of the attachments in stock.
yeah,
And for people who do buy them, they need to make sure they get something that adaptable to the Australian market.
Yeah.
Not all the quick hitches and the attachments they do fit.
Yeah.
I recommend them to ring us up first. We can give them the sizes.
Yeah.
And then if they want to order it from overseas,
Yeah.
or they're more than welcome to order it from here.
Yeah.
Because ordering it from here, it will be much more cost effective.
Yeah.
Reason being, which is we do have a shipment coming in every week.
Yeah.
Our stock, which is always coming in.
Yeah.
All our attachments is always coming in. I could take you through the attachments.
and
I'll show you.
the other thing is the warranty as well. So, you know, if you buy something maybe imported yourself, then
You don't get no
you haven't got
comeback.
any fallback on
There's
that.
no fallback,
Yeah.
which is if you bought something from us and if it doesn't fit, which is we able to grind it, we're able to modify it
Yeah.
to make it fit.
Yeah.
We actually do modify the attachments to make them fit to your machine.
Yeah.
So the majority of the time, we do have a solution for you.
Yeah, yeah, excellent. Yeah, yeah.
I'll take you through to our attachments in here.
So these are all available?
This is all the XU20s.
Yeah.
They're all available and they just arrived. They're ready to go.
Yeah, yeah.
So come in and have a drive with one and see how you go with it.
Yeah. So they also make skid steers,
The
UHI?
skid steers that's manufactured by the same international factory as what we got in the skid steer in the XU20.
Yeah.
These ones they actually come in with the 750 lifting capacity,
Yeah.
and they do have the 3,150 operating weight. It gives you the 4-in-1 bucket with the full enclosed cabin with the air conditioning, reverse camera, a joystick drive, a joystick control and a joystick drive. It gives you the fobs and ropes safety on it.
Yep.
It gives you the hooks in the back for actually lifting. Basically the whole machine, the cabin, it lifts back to get to see all your actual flooring to do our services on it.
Yeah.
And then again, they're exactly the same as the other ones. Very easy access and very easy to operate. And this is
Yep.
the engine on your US40. This is the smaller one, and we do have the bigger one, the US50,
Yeah.
that's a little bit bigger. It gives you the 900
Yeah.
kg lifting capacity, same size machine, same width. It gives you 3.4 ton operating weight at 900 lifting, and it gives you the high and low float, which is you could use almost any attachments available in the market.
Yeah.
You could use on these because they do have the high flow, which is they go up to about 100 litres per minute.
Yeah, magic. Yep, nice, very nice.
And these ones, they do have all the Australian standards.
Yeah.
Which is, this is not your typical build. This is an international build. This is what you use for your professional business. It's got all the OH&S standard on it.
Yeah, well, that's important, isn't it?
And
Yeah.
then you go into the actual attachments that what we're talking about earlier.
Yeah.
This is majority of the attachments. See, for the 1.2, the 1 tonner, which is you get the augers, you got the optional of the 300 auger blade, you get the rippers,
Yeah.
you get the rakes, you get the 450, the 400 mud buckets, you get the optional tilt bucket and the optional sieve bucket. You get also the 200 trench bucket with the
there, yeah.
800 trench with the 800 mud bucket.
Yep.
This is the actual 9 attachments that you can get on them. And also there is the tilt bucket, there is a sieve bucket, and there's a pallet forks. They are available to use, and especially if you're on a property,
Yep.
you need to unload your trailer
Yeah.
and stuff like that. This is actually will make it very, very
Yeah,
suitable.
we'll do
for your need.
we'll do a separate video on the tilting bucket, and also another one just on the pallet forks
Yes.
too. So
Yep.
we'll put that up as well. So that'll be good to see. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Well, that's great, Alex. I mean, it's a fantastic.
And this is, I'll take you through to our workshop. This is our workshop where the services and all the pre-deliveries takes place.
Yep.
Basically, this machine is getting ready. This machine is getting ready in here.
So that's a wheel
This
loader.
is the wheel loader. That's
Yeah.
the LG 825, which is that's the 2.5 ton lifting capacity at 6.4 ton operating weight. This particular model, which is they've been very, very popular. At the moment, I've got 2. One of them is sold, ready to go. This one is available in the market, and this is what you get with it. You get the 4-in-1 bucket, you get the pallet forks, which is that gives you the 2130 width, which is just a little bit outside the actual wheels.
Yeah.
It gives you the it gives you the Yuchai engine, 120 horsepower at 85 kilowatts with the 24-inch wheels. It gives you the articulator, and it gives you also the full air-conditioned cabin, 2-speed forward with the 2-speed reverse, reverse camera, beacon light, the handbrake, and your air conditioning in there with the ropes on it as well. These ones, which is we do have them at the special offer at the moment for $41,990, including GST.
Yeah, it's a good price, isn't it, for a machine that size?
That's a great price.
Yeah, got your Australian flag on there as well.
And then we got in here a shipment going overseas.
Oh, okay.
This is going to the Pacific Islands and to Fiji's,
right.
which is next week. These ones, they all be packed and they be leaving the country going to another country.
Yeah.
Which is, we do sell a lot of them into Fiji,
Yeah.
into other Pacific Islands.
Yeah.
A lot of people buy them, but this is a new customer,
Yeah.
which is he wants them. He wants our machines to use them
Yeah.
overseas.
I
So
suppose
these-
a good thing as well, you know, having like a Honda engine like that,
Yeah.
they're easy to work on, they're easy to get parts
Easy
for.
to work on, easy to get parts for them, and they more versatile to go through tight areas.
Yeah.
With the excavators on this section in here, this is majority of the actual spare parts for the Yumi 5, Yumi 10 and the Yumi 12.
Yeah.
This is basically all our spare parts, majority of their spare parts. On this side, which is we do have all majority of the parts for the wheel loaders.
It's an important thing, isn't it, making sure that if you buy a machine, you can actually get
You
parts
could get
for
parts.
it.
You need to get parts. You
Because
need
you
to
don't want
make
to be
sure
sort of
parts is
stuck that
available.
it's some unique thing
And
that
the
you...
parts has to be because majority of people do buy this machine to use it for business.
Yeah.
And the parts are more important when they break down. If
Yeah.
I can't get you the part, I
Yeah.
will rip it out of a machine and send it to you to keep you going.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what happens for the last two machines.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I've done. I'll take you through to our
Yeah.
spare parts on our top line product.
I think you need a bigger shop, Alex.
Yes, we're actually looking at a bigger place.
Yeah?
We're actually looking for a place to be to about 2,500 square metre.
Right.
To be able to complement all the stock.
Yep.
And we also have the tractors coming in with all the power, with all the loader front loader tracks.
Yep.
They all coming in. We got forklifts that coming in. All these products are coming in.
Yep.
So we should have actually much more lines by end of the year.
Yeah. Is it so it's picking up? I mean, during COVID and the restrictions with getting stuff into the country and people
That's
building
been a
stuff.
bit of a disaster.
Yeah,
That
but it's
the
on its way.
transport and shipping, it has been a bit of a disaster, but we've been managing to go through it very well. We got to just keep punching through it,
Yeah.
and we just got to keep making sure all our customers are aware of the delays,
Yeah.
and that delays is out of our controls,
true, yeah.
which is we only could do our best.
Yeah.
This section in here, which is that gives you all our spare parts for our skid steers, the XU20s, and the US50s. Basically, we do have the full range of parts, any parts that required for all our brands in there, which is we do have them.
Yep.
For the XU20, US50, and US40.
Yeah.
That's basically the section and all the parts. All parts are available.
Great. Yeah.
And
so
that
there
gives
we've
you
a big overview of the operation there. So, yeah. Yep. Very impressive. That's great, Alex. Well, I think that's probably sort of gives us enough of an overview. So,
We'll take you again to our new place when that opens.
Yes.
And we'll do a couple in there
Yeah.
because I will have a lot more range in stock
Okay.
where we could actually offer all your viewers a majority of view of the whole range, whatever they need for their property.
Yep.
We're more than happy to
Yep.
help. And any of the people that have been affected in
Yep.
your area with the floods, please let us know. We're willing to help.
yeah, and we'll put a link up in the description for the video
Yep.
to steer people into the UHI website to have a look, and maybe your details in there as well, that people can give you a ring if they're interested, and if they've liked something they've seen,
Yep,
which I'm
just
sure
call-
they've had.
Just call Alex and I'll be able to help
Yeah.
you with all you need.
Yeah, good
And
on you,
you don't
Alex.
have to buy.
Great.
We're happy to help you.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Thanks
Thank you.
very much, Alex.